Seattle Seahawks versus Miami Dolphins reaction video. So I watched this game. I thought a couple things stood out to me. One, I've been saying for a while, but Miami is better than you think they are. They've had basically the first four games. They beat Jacksonville, and they've lost to Buffalo, New England, and Seattle. Those are three very, very good teams. Three teams that I think will be viable late into January, if not further. I thought the Seattle Seahawks, before the season, I called them to win the NFC and get into the Super Bowl, be the Super Bowl representative. And I have not seen anything so far this season that would lead me to go in another direction in the NFC with respect to all of the talent in the NFC. I just think it's a deep conference, but I think this is Seattle's year. Russell Wilson, what really stood out, Russell Wilson, Chris Carson, like all those guys, they played their worst game of the year, and they were in control the entire game. Credit Miami, because I think Miami is pretty good. If their red zone offense was better, I mean, they kicked too many field goals in this game. If their red zone offense was better, this was actually out for them to steal. I think the issue with Miami still looks to be their power running game and basically their short yardage running game. They have to go one-dimensional. It's Ryan Fitzpatrick versus the other defense because, look, I like Myles Gaskin. I've been talking about him for a while, and I think he has a lot of talent. Breida and Howard, they have talent too, but they can't run the ball in short yardage situations. Teams that can run the ball in short yardage situations tend to have higher red zone percentages, touchdown percentages. Miami isn't there yet. They're probably a full, maybe half season. I like Chan Gailey to get that running game going. It's just probably not going to happen soon enough for the Miami Dolphins to have any chance of competing this year. But that's all right. The future looks bright, I think, for Miami. It's just you're going to run into to games, and when you run into a team like Seattle, you're going to lose unless you play perfect football. Seattle played imperfect. I thought Seattle in the first half, when they went for it inside, I think they were inside the 30, I was like, why? Why are you doing this? You're the better team. Miami, like I said, they have to play basically perfect football to beat you. Just take the points there. I didn't see any reason for them to go for it. And then a little bit later in the game, I still think in the first half, Russell Wilson throws an interception. They're letting Miami stay in this game. They wouldn't put them away until the end of the game there, but they did make it happen. And so to me, again, Seattle, they let Miami stay in this game, but they still had control the entire game and put them away in the end. And I think they actually even covered the spread. The spread was 6.5 coming in, and Seattle still covered the spread. So, although I would say Seattle did not put their best effort on the field, and I do credit Miami for that, I will say Seattle, when a team doesn't do their best, and I think they played poorly up to, in terms of standards for the Seattle Seahawks, and they still controlled and they still scored 31 points. That is impressive. Let me get into the stats here. Russell Wilson, he only threw 2 touchdowns. That's such a bad day for Russell Wilson. But 24-34, 360, and 2 touchdowns with that interception in the red zone. Really probably could have been 3. So a typical Russell Wilson day, although he just didn't take care of the ball in the red zone that one time. Chris Carson, 16 carries, 80 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I know there was some concern about his knee. Anybody who had concerns of his knee, go back and watch the play where he jumped about 8 feet in the air to hurdle a player. I think he got popped and he had to get checked for a concussion after that, but he came back in. He was fine. DJ Dallas comes in. Carlos Hyde out. 2 carries, 8 yards. Nothing to write home about. This is still Carson's backfield, especially coming off an injury, toughing it out, and then being able to hurdle a guy. I think he jumped about 13 or 14 feet in the air, and I will progressively make that jump higher. It was pretty impressive to watch. DK Metcalf, he got that long catch at the end of the game, 4 catches, 106 yards, no touchdowns. David Moore, what is it with the Seattle receivers, man? They have the best feet control in the entire NFL. Dude on the sideline walks the tightrope, catches the ball, drags his feet. Fantastic. David Moore gets in the end zone there, 3 catches, 95 yards. Tyler Lockett, only 2 catches, 39 yards. Not a great day for him, but you can chalk that up to game plan. Look, Lockett went crazy last week. He's not going to do that every week. DK Metcalf, I think, is the receiver that makes this offense go. And you have to like guys like DJ Moore and Swain, who, by the way, was this close to getting in. Talking about that foot control. He got the second foot down. The first one was just a little bit too far, so he could have gotten in too. Let's see, Carson, Disley. Not a lot, but it's a typical day. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 or 10 players catch passes from Russell Wilson, including Travis Homer at the very end of the first half. So very good there for the Seattle Seahawks. Miami, meanwhile, offensively, I thought Gaskin was going to be a little bit more involved. I thought it was interesting. this isn't a criticism. I just thought it was interesting. Miami just kept pressing the ball. They didn't take the easy underneath completions. But on the other hand, I guess, that's where teams have been attacking Seattle with success. So Ryan Fitzpatrick was or throwing the ball downfield. 29 to 45, that's not, to me, that great. 3 out of every, 5 passes there. Wait, no, it's better than that. 30 out of 15. Gosh, rough math. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and I might have had a little bit too much scotch. What is that? If you divide it by 5, that's 6 out of 9. So is that 2 out of 3? Yeah. Okay, 66%. That's not bad. 315 yards. Sorry for the bad math there. 315 yards, 2 picks. Ryan Fitzpatrick, again, on the ground there, 6 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown, making it happen. Gaskin had 4 yards per carry. That was his best yards per carry day. He also added, 3 catches for 22 yards. It's not a great fantasy football start. Devontae Parker did fantastic. 10 catches, 110 yards, just didn't get in the end zone. Isaiah Ford, Matt Breida, Jakeem Grant, Durham Smythe. A lot of guys catching passes, but nobody really doing any damage. So Seattle's defense played a little bit, better, although, a little bit lesser competition this game, so I don't give them a check mark defensively for playing a nice game. I credit Miami's defense. They always play tough. They play a full 60 minutes, so I like what this Miami team's doing. They're just not ready to compete with a team like Seattle yet. Anyway, there's my take. There's my instant reaction. What did you think about the game? Did you think Russell Wilson could have gone more? Did he leave some opportunities on the field? I saw some opportunities out there, and if Swain just tiptoed, he would have gotten a touchdown there, and I think that would have taken 1 touchdown away from Carson. But typical Seattle Seahawks, 30 points. They give up some points, but they still cover the spread. You got to like them. You got to like them as a bettor. You got to like them as a Seattle fan. But, that's my reaction. Let me know what you thought. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you again soon.